A-Money610 Reacts. Today we got a different type of video for y'all. I'm going to be telling y'all how, this is when I'm going to try and keep it short, but I'm going to be telling y'all how as a kid from my area got into hip-hop so young. Because I was like younger than 14 into hip-hop, so I was like maybe 8 or 9, okay? So a kid from my area, meaning like the suburbs, got into hip hop when I was really young. Now there's some kids now everyone's into it. Now like everyone's into it. Like there's kids in my school that were into it back in the day, but now it's like global and there's 50 years of hip hop. Jay-Z, Lil Durk, Lil Uzi, everybody listens to it. Everybody at least listens to one song or two songs by like Lil Uzi or somebody. But when I was a kid, in 2008, nobody was really doing that. So like when I was a kid, like 08, 09, nobody was really doing that. So my older brother I was like, in 08, 09, I was 10. So I was like 10 years old. My older brother would come up and then come home from college. And he'd be like, yo, what up, son? What up, son? Because he's also where my older brother would come from college. He'd be like, what up, son? Yo, son. He would say shit like that. And that's where I picked up some of my slang from, too. Because he'd be like, I'd be hanging around him and his friends. They'd all be like saying, you know, like slang words and shit. I'm just giving y'all the real because most people think I'm from Philly or some shit. I'm not. I'm from like the county. I'm from the county. A lot of people y'all think I'm from Philly, so I'm from the county. But I'm not gonna say where because I don't want y'all looking me up and shit like that. But I'm from the county, and the reason I'm into this type of stuff is because my brother, like he put. I remember one time, do I have a snapback? I have a snapback on, but he put. I had a fitted cap I was wearing. Or I had a fitted cap because you need to wear it like this. He'd be like, you need to wear it like this, like sideways, like this. And he'd be like, yeah, bro, that's fire. He'd be like, yeah, that's fire. That was in his room. He was still living here at the time before he got his apartment. And he'd be like, yeah, bro, that's fire. So my brother basically got me into this shit. And then so one time, and I remember how I got into music. I was around 4 years old. How I got into rap music, I was around 4 or 5 years old. My brother was in the car. He's playing DMX or some shit, or Biggie Smalls, I think, or Biggie or Tupac, one or the other. He still listens to some rap to this day, my brother. He listens to some rap. He listens to like a rock too, but he listens to some rap to this day, my older brother. But he's playing Biggie or Tupac, and I'm like, yo, that shit's fire. And I could tell there was a triangle in the song. So I was like 5, and I was like, damn, that's a triangle. And Dan goes, what? Dan, my brother. You've seen him in videos before, like the skis video and but Dan, my brother, Dan looks at me and goes, bro, how'd you know that? How'd you know that? I was like, I studied music. So like my mom got me this like sheet music book. It was a music book where I could like learn notes and music theory and stuff like that. So I basically been studying music my whole life up until about 6th grade. Then I got diagnosed with epilepsy and had to study like YouTube and stuff like that. But I was still studying music and listening to music. So when I got about to be about 14 or 15, I was in high school and I wasn't allowed to listen to rap for a certain period of time because I was getting in trouble and stuff like that. So my mom wouldn't let me listen to it when I was like 12 or 13. No, younger than that, probably like 10 or 11. I was getting into a lot of trouble. Nothing like doing illegal shit, but like just screaming, cussing, stuff that kids shouldn't be doing that are 10 and 11. So my mama had me listen to other music or just like not listen to music at all because I was like being bad. And I was on punishment a lot. So I also come to find out I'm bipolar, but like that's another story. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. So I get to be like 14, 15. I'm at high school. I'm in high school at this point. And I'm on my phone. My man's playing his songs by Meek Mill. It's called "I'm a Boss," and I'm like, "Yo, that shit's fire. What is it?" He said Meek Mill. He said Meek Mill. I said, "Yo, that shit's fire." He said, "Where'd you be?" And he said, so we linked on that. And then everybody in high school started listening to rap again because they were not again. Maybe they just started. But everybody in high school started listening to rap. So I was listening to it with my boy Alex. I would listen to it with him. And we would listen to like Montana 300, like stuff like that. Like Montana 300, Lil Durk, Chief Keef. I would listen to Chief Keef. I went to another school in the middle of the day to learn computers. And I went to Votech for that. And I learned about Chief Keef, Lil Durk, Lil Reese, Young Pappy, OTF Nunu, all of them guys. When I was like 2014, 2015, I learned about all of them. Then I did research on it on my own time. Learned about G Herbo, like all that stuff. Basically, that's how I got into it. And I started listening to it a lot. And then when I graduated high school, my dad asked me what I wanted to do with my life. And I basically told him, I said, I want to be in music. He said, good luck. So I said, all right. And then now I'm doing great with the music thing. And I still work. I have a job, of course, because you need a job for this shit. Now I do YouTube. So I started doing research on everything. I said research, whatever you want to do, research it. So I research everything I do when I'm doing this YouTube, whether it's content creation. Now I'm a YouTuber, so I know what I'm doing. But like when I didn't know what I was doing, I was researching everything. I was doing like research on a lot of stuff. I went to school for a little bit, college for a little bit. I dropped out of college. And yeah, so that's how basically a kid from the suburbs of Pennsylvania got interested in hip hop so early on. My brother got me interested in it basically when I was like 11 or 12 or 10 or 8, I forget. But I was young. Whatever it was, I was really young. I might have been like 10 probably. Just some Dr. Dre to Chronic edited version. But yeah, so anybody just wanna react, we out. Peace.